Okay, you can see here on my right, I have my line infantry and my long rifles getting some fire on these Mexican units, which are pretty much in my center. Those Mexican units were able to take out my center, and right now I'm going to fire long range. You can see the way those long rifles fire. They don't wait for anybody to fire. They just load their weapons and fire when ready, and that's one thing I like about those units. It's good to have them in the mix. My Continental Marines here ran out of ammunition, so I had no choice but to charge them, and they're charging up the hill here at this Mexican unit, and it's a basic line infantry unit. And although my guys are outnumbered here, they're going to do pretty well in this melee fight. They are, more of an elite unit, and they are doing a great job here with this, with this melee fight, even though they're heavily outnumbered. And this battle takes on some great melee at this point. I like the way it progressed. It was a lot of line against line, and then it naturally turned into a melee battle. See my light infantry units still getting some shots up the hill there. And another line infantry unit. They're down to 2 ranks, so we're just going to see them fire in 2 ranks because they are down to just about half strength. And you can see a cavalry fight in the center here. It's the Mexican Guards against my Light Dragoons unit, who was doing some melee earlier. And you can see my Light Dragoons are heavily depleted. This is the second major melee fight they've gotten into, and they are up against an elite unit, so they're not going to do too well there. They're actually routing. You can see here I've won clearly on my left flank, and I'm going to move and pinch my line infantry unit here towards the center. And you can see this, I believe that's that same guards unit that was just meleeing with my my dragoons is going to go ahead and bayonet charge my line infantry unit here. And you can see my line infantry is a pretty depleted unit, and it is that guards unit, and they're outnumbered, so they're not likely to do very well in this melee fight. You can see since they had their weapons loaded, they're getting some volleys off there, and they're gonna, as long as they do some damage to this unit and help me out, that's gonna allow me to get some of my other units over there to help out in a minute. You can see my riflemen are coming up the hill here. I took my regiment of horse and I crashed them into this line infantry unit. I do still have some cavalry units left where my opponent does not. So it's really a lot of the end of this battle is my cavalry units against their infantry units. So I did the best I could to rush them around the battlefield, to hit them, to melee a little bit, to get away, and to hit another unit just to kind of weaken them as I went, and use that to buy time to get my other infantry units in to help out. And you can see this line infantry unit also ran out of ammunition, so I had to rush them in. I'm going to have to talk to my supply sergeant about getting my guys some more ammo for the next battle, because this is the second unit that ran out of ammunition that I had to melee fight in there. But you see a really awesome melee fight here. Both units have fixed bayonets, and you can see some excellent action here. You can see how elite that Grenadiers unit looks from Mexico. They look like they're dressed up for a ball, and my guys look like they're dressed up for a rumble. So, oh, you see that guy took a bayonet right through the chest. That's awesome. See, this guy's fighting like crazy right here, fighting about 3 Mexicans right now. And you can see the Mexicans have a few guys in there with colonial hats on. I don't know whether I'm fighting 2 units there or not. Okay, here my long riflemen have done a good job of routing the Mexican left flank, and I'm going to pinch them in as well. And you can see I still have all 4 of my artillery pieces left, and my general's bodyguard. So I'm going to make sure I use my artillery effectively here, kind of fire in on this area right here where there's a big glob of Mexican units. You can see there, the dust and smoke kicking up from my artillery hitting there, and do the best I can to use that artillery to kind of push the tide in my direction. You can see here I This is one of my last two infantry units here. My line infantry against their line infantry and a melee in the middle here. You can see I greatly outnumber the Mexican unit, so I should be able to get them to rout pretty quickly. And there they go. The Mexican unit is routing. So you can see here the Mexicans have 4 infantry units left, and I have 2. But I still have all 4 of my artillery units, and I have my general's bodyguard. So I'm going to move my long rifleman unit in here on my left. They're severely depleted. I'm going to get some shots off on this advancing unit. And I don't know whether they're out of ammunition or not, or whether they just don't want to trade shots with me, but it's a pretty heavily outnumbered here. You can see the head of my unit there getting a fire off, some shots off with his pistol. But basically, this guards unit is going to charge me and rout me pretty quickly because they greatly outnumber me, and my long riflemen are not like a strong melee unit, although they have those cool swords. So they're going to get routed pretty quickly. So now I'm down to 1 infantry unit, and very shortly here I'm going to use my general staff to attack some of these Mexican infantry units, because that's basically one of the last 2 units I have left. So here comes my general staff. They're basically untouched. They've been sitting in the back of the battlefield just taking it all in. They got their swords raised high, and they're going to go headlong into this Mexican unit. And that is a guards unit, but they're heavily depleted. And very quickly I'm going to get that unit to rout. You can see I've lost about 8 horses so far. And this guards unit's not going to hold out for too much longer. Yeah, you can see their flag going white there. They're routing. And you can see my general right in the middle there with his white wig. And we're going to go ahead and rush this into another unit using some shock and awe tactics here. Let's come into the back of this unit, and I don't think they ever see me coming. Gonna switch directions there real quick. Here we go. And I'm gonna rush into this unit here. They turn around at the last second to melee fight me. It is a Grenadiers unit. They are a very strong unit, and you can see there my my general dies, but that's okay. I was able to use my general staff to do some damage to my remaining infantry units, and I am going to get that Grenadier unit to rout, so mission accomplished with this general staff unit. And now right now I believe we're both down to, and you can see my general staff start to rout there. I believe we're both down to 1 unit left. I have my long riflemen, and the Mexicans have 1 infantry unit, and I have 4 artillery units left. So right now I'm going to get the best of this battle, it looks like, from this point. And I'm not sure why they decided to rout there at the last minute. There was nobody really fighting them, but you can see that Mexican unit, the guard unit, has rushed my artillery down here, and they're down in that general area fighting my guys. And you can see they're going to go ahead and move on to my other unit over here in the center. You see the sun there in the background. It's right around dusk right now. And I'm firing some canister down the hill at this advancing unit. And just to get to the end of the battle here, my long rifles come down the hill. From long range, they're able to get some shots onto those guard units. And along with the damage my 24-pounder artillery unit did with those canister shots, that unit is going to go ahead and rout. And you can see the results here. Great battle. I hope you enjoyed it.